Hello and welcome to Inside Indiana Business. I'm Gary Dick. Full transparency here. We are recording our show on Thursday, July 14th, the same day Tom Linebarger announcing that he's stepping down as CEO at Cummins. And you are looking now at video of the announcement coming out of the company's global headquarters in Columbus. There's Tom Linebarger. He's been in charge at Cummins since 2012. Will leave his role as CEO August 1. And there she is taking over as CEO, Jennifer Rumsey. She grew up in Columbus and has been with Cummins for more than 20 years. Not long ago was named president and COO. She'll be taking over August 1. We're going to be following up on this story throughout the weekend. Check InsideIndianaBusiness.com for more information. Now on to our other big story this week. Economic momentum in the heart of Hamilton County, in the county seat of Noblesville. The city has hit a record $1 billion in private committed capital since 2020, basically 2.5 years. For more on what's driving growth in Noblesville, pleased to be joined by Mayor Chris Jensen. Mayor, welcome to the show as always.
Gary, great to be here. Thank you.
That's a big number, $1 billion in private investment in basically 2.5 years. What's driving the growth?
You know, I think it's an exciting time, not just for Noblesville, but I think central Indiana as a whole. Indiana is in a healthy economic state right now. I think the pandemic threw everyone off their game a little bit. But 2.5 years ago, Noblesville made a decision that we were going to lean into the investment in our community. We were ripe for opportunities to come to our community, and we've really leaned into that mission of taking our city to the next chapter. So we're excited to be a part of it, and $1 billion is something we're really proud of.
You can't mention all the projects. Give us some highlights, though. A couple of areas. Downtown is getting a lot of investment, residential mixed-use development in downtown and some other areas.
I'm excited because it's not just in one area of the city. You know, we announced over $145 million of private public investment in downtown Noblesville in 2020 in the throes of a pandemic alone. Yeah. But you're seeing, you know, a million or $150 million investment along the 37 corridor with Washington Business Park. You're seeing a project there on the I-69 corridor at exit 210 with about a nearly $200 million investment. So you're seeing it all over our community, but we've been heavily focused in downtown to attract new residents living and working and playing in our downtown, and we're excited to see that growth.
Life sciences and advanced manufacturing, two areas when it comes to business attraction and retention that you're seeing investment in.
Yeah, I think you're seeing the entire state focus on those areas, but particularly Hamilton County. Even some of our neighboring communities have really leaned into those different industries. But life sciences, advanced manufacturing, SMC Corporation, which I know you're very well familiar with, our largest private sector employer in Noblesville, they're continuing to grow. You're seeing different groups along the I-69 corridor, Curium Biopharma, for example, and a Noblesville-based business that's continuing to grow. So we're not just seeing new businesses come to Noblesville, we're seeing businesses that have called Noblesville home for several years continue to double down on that investment.
With growth for many communities come challenges. You got to keep up with growth, the infrastructure, all those types of things. I know something you have talked about is managing that growth, but also keeping kind of the history, the authentic nature of Noblesville.
I said from day one we have to be able to walk and chew gum at the same time. Noblesville is turning 200 years old next year, our bicentennial. So not only do we have the historic charm and the unmatched authenticity that makes up our great community, but we're also growing. We're now the 10th largest city in the state, as was said earlier. 70,000 residents call Noblesville home. I firmly believe that we can continue to grow into a next level city while also maintaining a great hometown feel and being a city really for everyone.
10th largest city in the state. You mentioned 70,000 residents now. You think that can double?
I do. You know, Noblesville is about 50% developed currently. So we extend all the way from the Westville border on Gray Road all the way out to I-69. We are now under a new sewer agreement. That's the fun stuff you get to deal with as a local leader, flushing toilets. Under a new sewer agreement out on the east side near our friends at Ruoff Music Center and exit 210, where we'll continue to see major investment, not only in the corporate campus and great companies coming to Noblesville, but residential as well. So I truly believe that we will, over time, probably double our city's population, but we have to manage that going forward, and that's a trick.
Well, you bring up an interesting point, and that's the available land, because, you know, Fishers and Westfield and Carmel certainly get a lot of attention for the growth, and deservedly so. But you have a lot more, it sounds like you have a lot more land, a lot more available inventory, if you will, to market.
We do, and, you know, but one of our administration's big focus is making sure that we do that properly, and we manage that properly going forward. You know, today's economic data, as you well know better than anybody, with such a low unemployment rate, we have to be very strategic on how we grow, what type of businesses we're attracting to Noblesville. We have one shot to get that land right going forward, and we're going to be very strategic about that.
What is going to be key in your view going forward to keeping that momentum going, and how much does the state's strategy, economic development strategy, play into that?
A huge role. I think you've seen Governor Holcomb and Secretary Chambers really double down on the investment of really quality of life investment in Indiana. I think any business owner, any city will tell you that we need more people to call Hamilton County and Indiana home. We need more workers in Indiana, so we're going to be investing heavily on the White River, for example, which flows through downtown Noblesville. The Ready Grant spoke perfectly to that, allowing us to invest in new quality of life initiatives. So I think that the state strategy and our strategy is very much in line going forward, but we just have to look really at quality jobs that really represent the city of Noblesville, and also the training available in Noblesville to skill up the next generation of Hoosier workers.
$1 billion in private investment in Noblesville. Mayor Chris Jensen, as always, thanks for joining us.
Thanks,
and we'll
Gary.
talk to you soon.
Appreciate it.